This policy, he believes, will help American workers. And there's a reason why he believes that, because policies like this in his last term did help American workers. After really 2 decades of no real wage growth in the U.S., we got more than $6,000 per family after we had tariffs and tax cuts and deregulation. And so he's doubling down on something that he knows works. And he's going to continue to do that, but he is also going to listen to our trading partners. And if they come to us with really great deals that advantage American manufacturing and American farmers, I'm sure he'll listen. But in the end, it's President Trump that's going to decide when a deal is good enough. And I think it's interesting that so many countries are lining up. The final thing I'd like to say is that there's so many people that keep saying, oh, it's the American consumer that's going to bear this tariff, is going to make inflation go up and so on. But if you think about it, President Trump's view is it's these countries that are sending inelastic supply to the country, and so they're going to bear the brunt of the tariffs. And if that were false, then if they didn't bear the brunt, then they'd be quiet about it, right? The fact that they're all angry and upset and sending retaliation our way, it suggests that President Trump is right, that they bear the tariffs. If they're worried about bearing the tariff, that would explain their behavior. It's not the American consumer.
All right, ask you both the same question. Sean first. Sean, how bad is this for the president and the country politically and economically as of now?
Well, I think today is a big day for him. I mean, this could be, depending on the sell-off, this could be a very bad day economically. I will say, if they need to go out and reassure 2 things. One, I said this last Friday, they have not gotten the deals they need. Israel coming away tonight, if Netanyahu can get some kind of a deal, that's a good sign. Not just for Israel, but I think that they want to deal. So how this goes today matters. You saw Zimbabwe and some other, Vietnam, I think one of the other ones, but come to us where a lot of our, you think about textiles and things like that. There's a lot of Asian countries Southeast Asian countries where this could be a big thing. And if they can show progress, they haven't. I expected to see, as I said Friday, 5, 6, 7 countries where they were putting out Truth Social saying, we cut a deal, we cut a deal, we cut a deal. So the other thing is, you mentioned the mixed messaging. They've got to get on the same page. Either they want countries to deal, or this is a deficit reduction exercise. But you've got to tell people what they're doing, not just internally, but externally. Countries need to know whether they should be coming and making offers. But right now, it's, why would I make an offer if at the end of the day you stay at 17.5 or 10%? So I think this is a big turning point today to get a sense of what their goal is and how they're going to deal with other countries. But this is, I think the president has laid it all on the line. There's no question about it. Politically, he's put it all over the line and said, I'm willing to bet everything on this, because you really are. If he is right, and remember, this is a president who has been told, no, this isn't a good idea. You can't win. You can't do this since he entered politics. And he has proven the critics wrong every single time. So I get what he's doing. I appreciate the fact that he's trying to bring businesses back to America and stand up for our workers. And I hope to God that he's right. But I mean, and I give him a lot of political credit. You're risking everything for this.
Dan.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's bad, and it potentially is on the precipice of being historically bad. And I think, to Sean's point, we don't know what they really want. I mean, if Vietnam removes its tariffs, and we do too, then Nike's not coming back to the United States. The only way that you can get reshoring is to put up walls for sustained periods of time, such that companies say, okay, it's not going to get any better in the next 5 years. We need to come back. But that then goes in the face of, we're going to try to sell more, beef in Australia. So I don't really think they know what exactly it is that they want. And I think that, I wouldn't say today is a big day, but I think by the end of the week, it's big, because I still think, even though Wall Street is selling off, full disclosure, I'm around a lot of people, both in my house and other places, who work on Wall Street. So I am a little, not jaded, but influenced by all the stuff that I constantly hear just in my own personal life. But I think the street still believes at the end of the day, there's going to be an exit ramp. But if he is really digging in, we are looking at weeks, months of this. It's going to hit corporate profits. It's going to start to lead to layoffs. It will lead to inflation. And you can get kind of a death spiral where the consumer tightens their belt, the business tightens their belt, and it just keeps going down. And we're going to get to what the breaking point is, but it's bad politically, it's bad economically, and nobody sees what the upside is in the short run.